Hi everyone, it's Kathy from Kathy's Happy Home. Welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me today because today I'm going to tell you about the 3 latest books that I've read. I'm here today with my buddy Jack. Jack's not feeling well today and he wants to be with his mommy, so I hope you'll excuse any purring you hear in the background. The first book that I read that I want to talk to you about is the next Pamela Kelley book, which is Nantucket Neighbors. That's the second book in the series. And while the other books focused on, the first book focused on Lisa's daughters, this one focuses on her son Chase. Chase is with this girl that he thinks he's crazy about, but she is in it for the money. She's a real estate agent, he's a contractor, and she is in it to see what she can get out of him. And when he finally finds this out, of course, they break up, but it's not as easy as that with his girlfriend, Lauren. There's a lot of other stuff in it. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's a really good read, a really fast read, perfect complement to the first book. So that's Nantucket Neighbors by Pamela Kelley. Well, the second book I read, I got sort of by accident. You know how when you're on your Kindle, the Goodreads puts up, read this next book. And I was able to get this mystery series at a very low price, and I bought the whole set. It's by Steve Higgs, and it's the Patricia Fisher Mysteries. This is the first book in the series, and it's called The Missing Sapphire of Zangrabar. And I'm going to give you a picture of it right here. I had never heard of Steve Higgs before, and now I'm enamored of him. I gotta read everything he wrote. This was so good, so fast. I read it in 2 days. This woman, her name is Patricia Fisher, and she's been married like forever, and she and her husband have what she thinks is this great life, and she has this wonderful girlfriend that she shares everything with, and she didn't realize that she was also sharing her husband with him. So there she goes. When she finds out, she just loses it. She goes home. She finds all their bank accounts. She closes out everything on her husband, takes all the money, and goes on a 3-month cruise on this wonderful ship. The only room that she can get at last minute is the royal suite, and she blows her money and takes that suite. She has a butler. She has a gym gym instructor who's tiny like a twig, and she's not. She's let herself go over the years, and so she is enjoying herself, and she can't believe she's there. And then she meets this guy in the restaurant, and a day later he ends up dead, and she's suspected of the murder. It is funny. It is interesting. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. And I just absolutely loved it. I cannot wait to read the next one in the series. There's either 10 or 11 books in this series. And so I would highly suggest anything Steve Higgs writes. Now, those 2 were on my Kindle, but the third book I read was actual paper book. And that's this one, Dancing from Darkness, by Eleanor Isaacson. I was very privileged a couple years ago to be able to go to one of her talks in a church out in Lancaster County. I took Donna and my other friend Carol with me. It was so interesting. She is in her 80s, but you would think she was in her 50s. I promise you, this woman has more energy than anybody I've ever seen. She was only 2 years old when she was abandoned by her parents. She was born in New Jersey, but her parents were from Germany. Her mother took her back to Germany and left her there with her aunt. And she grew up in Germany under Hitler. What a time, what an experience this woman had. I cannot even begin to tell you all the stuff that she went through. And she is not Jewish. So you're getting World War II, Nazi Germany from an entirely different view than you usually get it from. This is a German little girl. The things that she experienced, the bombings, the deprivations, all the stuff that she went through. Things that you and I would never dream of. And just 1 month before the door back to the United States closes, she's able to get back to New Jersey to her parents, who are now divorced. I cannot begin to tell you. This is an excellent, excellent book. Even better when you know everything in it is true. I highly recommend Eleanor Isaacson, Dancing from Darkness. I cannot say enough good about it. And that's it for today. Now, I hope you enjoy this. If you have read any of these books, or if you do read any of them, please leave a message down below and let me know. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.